Well, hello everyone. This is Dr. Jeff Schroeder, and I am your instructor for the class that you're currently enrolled in, NU 602, Advanced Pathophysiology. We are now at the end of week number one. I usually get in and try to do at least a few recordings where I can do a video recording for the class a couple times each week. And so here, now that we're at the end of week number one and we're all checked in, I just wanted to give a little bit of an introduction and tell you a little bit about how this course operates a little bit differently than most of the other courses that you've been in. Of course, most of the courses that you've been taking, every individual, everybody in the class will post a initial discussion question, usually by Wednesday evening, and then by Saturday everybody posts at least 2 responses to other people in the group with a discussion that is moderated by and led by and feedback given by your instructor. This course is a little bit different in that the discussions are team-led. Now that doesn't mean that I'm not participating or that I'm not in class with you, but it means that the actual discussion itself will be led by a pair of 2 class members. For example, in week number one, the team members were, I believe, Joseph and John. So Joseph and John, your role or the task was to post a case study template. You saw the template for the case study template. And essentially, John and Joseph will be responsible for, at the end of the week, writing a case study and taking the feedback from all the members of class, all the feedback that's left, just like any other discussion question in any other course, incorporating those links, that information, those references and citations that are identified by team members. The 2 team members that are in team for that week, this week, Joseph and John, will at the end of the week write a brief case study following the case study template that is listed in class, and then post that in an assignment leak that is included in the class as well. So that makes it a little bit of a different, class is a little bit different in this particular course than it is in most of the other ones. Therefore, I generally do not participate quite as often in the actual team discussions themselves. I do monitor and I do give feedback, and of course I'm always available for questions. But primarily that's responsible of the 2 individual team members. They're the ones that are going to be doing the actual team discussion for that particular week. And so Joseph and John are responsible for by Sunday night of each week. But Sunday night of each week, the team is responsible for posting their case study, their completed case study, and then the next team is up for the following week. So in week number 2, the discussion is going to be on breast cancer, and it's going to be Letitia and Ernestina. I'm sorry, I had trouble pronouncing your name, Ernestina. I'm sorry. Either Letitia or Ernestina will post their initial response, which is going to be just a basic case study template. The other class members will give feedback, and then at the end of the week, Letitia and Ernestina will, as team members, get together, write that case study, and then post that. And that will be pretty much the way that the discussions go with each week, with the exception of week number 8. And week number 8, I'll talk about when we get closer. That's going to be more like a regular discussion question from a regular class. Also, in some weeks, you will have do a major case study. A major case study is an individual assignment, and so please don't confuse the major case studies and the group discussion case studies. The case discussion case studies are where the entire class is getting together and discussing a particular topic, and then the team members are responsible for writing a case study summarizing the feedback that was given in the class. The individual case studies are more like a true APA paper, where you're going to be following the rubric and following the template that is posted to write a paper. And I'll help you with a little bit with that as we get closer. The first individual major case study that is going to be due is going to be, I believe, in week number 3. So as we get closer to week number 3, I'll give you some feedback on that as well. But that's something that you want to understand is coming up in course. Also in the class, you are going to have 3 dynamic tests. The tests are tests that will be posted. They will be open from Wednesday through Sunday, and I will make sure that I open these courses or open these tests to give you a little bit of extra time, because I know in Ghana you do have challenges with internet, you do have challenges with power, and of course you're 8-hour time difference from me personally. So I'll make sure that I extend the time so that you are able to get in and to take the test that you need to take. The way that the tests work is it is a test based on information from your textbook. You will be taking the test, but you can take the test an unlimited number of times, trying to get the best score that you are able to. And so you can take the score or the test multiple times. Once you have a test score that you are happy with, you don't have to take the test anymore. If you get a test score that you think that you can do stronger and you want to take it again, Blackboard will automatically hold your highest grade. So that's the way that that works. And again, that way that the first test that we have coming up is going to be due, I believe, also in week number 3. So that's pretty much the way the course goes. Each week we're going to be discussing on a specific topic related to advanced pathophysiology. And because this is a physiology class, it's one that really is more of a book learning and sort of understanding processes, not so much of a discussion kind of a class. So the discussions we do is really more identifying the ways that we, or the different facts that we find, or the studies that we find related to the different illnesses and how they're treated. And so it has a little bit of a different dynamic with the discussions. We're not going to be talking about health policy or about cultural differences or those sort of things, although you are free to talk about those if you would like when you are doing your discussion questions. That's perfectly fine. A little bit about myself. I've been teaching for Sacred Heart now for I think about 5 years, if I'm not mistaken. I am a nursing director at a nursing college in Southern California. I actually work in a town called Chula Vista, which is very near San Diego. And I'm the director of nursing and director of a registered nursing and a vocational nursing program and a surgical technician program down in the Southern California area. Although I live right across the border in Rosarito Beach, Mexico, so I'm very close to Tijuana, Mexico. And I cross from Mexico into the United States every day, which is very interesting, a little bit of a challenge, but I love living where I live. I love different cultures. I love to travel. My wife and I have both traveled rather extensively through Europe, through most of the United States. I've never been to Africa other than Egypt, though, so I am very, very curious to find out about you and your culture. I've read all of your introductions. I've given feedback to each one of you on your introductions. So I really look forward to getting to know you in the class. Anytime if you have any questions, please feel free to send me an email. Anytime that you have trouble with connection or with understanding anything in the class, or if there's any challenge that you have, please let me know. I am here to help you. I wish you Godspeed this week. I wish you all blessings. I wish you all joy. And I look forward to being in class with you and getting to learn more about you. We'll see you in class.